What up, YouTube? FierceLeon here, and I'm here for a channel update video today. There's a lot to talk about, so if you guys don't feel like watching the whole thing, you guys could just put it on the background while you're doing something else. But I'm here to talk about what's going on with the channel, why I haven't been around. Videos have been kind of slacking up lately. Things that's been going on in life, yada yada. So I made a little sheet over here, so I'm just gonna kind of be looking at you, looking at that, looking at you, looking at that, kind of reminding myself to stay on track and keep on notes. And I'll try to make this concise, but like I said, it'll probably end up going long. So if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. I understand. You don't have, there's no problem with that. Long story short, I'm coming back, so that'll be, take that and then you can leave if you want. But you can also set it off in the side, listen to it in the background. You can just listen to me talk and slurp this Diet Coke every now and again. So here we go. First thing, I moved. Me and my fiance, we finally bought our own house. Well, obviously it's a mortgage and stuff. We didn't just buy it outright, but we got our own house, which means I have, you guys are getting a first kind of look. This is an office. It's a spare bedroom that I'm planning on turning into an office. There's going to be more shit back there. There's going to be some like collectibles along the walls and some shit back here. It'll look a lot better. Also, this is aimed down a lot so you can see the floor. Hopefully, once I get like fully set up and yada yada, I'll have a more generalized like computer chair that'll sit up, or maybe I'll find a better spot for the camera to be. But if I'm up here, right, and let's just fake this for a second, a little bit of movie magic right in front of you, right? If it's more like here, right, which you guys will see all the shit back behind me, I'm sitting like this, that'll be a lot more normal. A lot more what you guys are probably used to seeing on people who are a lot more professional. But I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress, that's for sure. Also, now I'm sitting on my there we go. I use this because my chair that I have isn't exactly ideal for the things that I do here. So I need it's a pretty thick pillow that pushes my back up so I can just, hey, how's it going, guys? But anyway, you guys aren't here for my fucking chair problems. Anyway, so there was, as far as Pokemon, right? The Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Soul Link, Extreme Randomizer, Soul Link, Nuzlocke, yada yada, with me and Hefe. That has stopped, not because of we don't have the content. Luckily, I still have the content. There was a couple of issues with the save. So like we had recorded ahead of time. It would have definitely ended by now if I would have kept putting videos out. But basically we got right up to, like, we were getting ready to prepare our teams to go start the Elite Four, or like go to Victory Road and start up Elite Four. And then I go to log in into my I start up the emulator, fire up the game, and it gives me the Pikachu surfing screen where you choose your language of choice, and that means that's a fresh start. And what that basically means is I no longer had my save. Luckily, Hefe still has his, and one of the things that we pondered doing was either A, I just play through the game by myself and try to catch up, which is going to be a slightly long and arduous process, or I could basically take a save from the internet that's saved right before, like, the Elite Four or whatever, and then I would just randomize a new save, or randomize the save with the same settings, and then try to catch 6 Pokemon, and then basically be like where Hefe is, and then we would go through that as like the rest of the game. So like, if you guys are still here, and if you could give me in the comments down below what you think would be better, if you even want, or if you guys are like, look, man, you haven't put up any episodes in a while. For that, we're fine that it's gone. Just put it aside, whatever. I really would like to finish it because we still had a lot of good stuff going in there and stuff. There's, like I said, that was the start of computer issue number one, which I will get to later. Computer issues was like the main thing that kind of killed like streams and videos for a while. So I lost a lot of stuff, but luckily one of the things I was able to save was all the backlog of videos that we had up to that point. So basically, all you guys would notice would be my end no longer has the Pokemon, like basically in episode say 50, I think it would actually be 48 or something like that. But the point is, episode 50, quote unquote, or whatever, I would have these 6 Pokemon, and then the next episode I would have a completely new team. And the only problem, like obviously, like that's not a huge issue, but I mean, like it might be a little jarring to see my entire team completely wiped, and then Hefe have the same team, because I don't want to punish him for all me losing my stuff. So he should get to keep his, like, think of it as if like his mons, like their Soul Link partners technically didn't die, so they're still there. But I'll just have a normal Nuzlocke going on my side, but it will still treat them. I'll probably just pick like in order, like top to bottom. My first Pokemon would go with whatever is in his slot 1 right now. My second Pokemon, slot 2, yada yada. That's probably what I would do. But like I said, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see the rest of that, and if you guys want to see us try to complete the game. Slight spoilers, because obviously, like, me telling you that we got to that point means that we didn't lose. But I think that the content that's within the episodes themselves is still like at least somewhat worth watching, because there's some pretty funny moments. There's some pretty hardcore moments that happen too. Some heart-wrenching moments. Some old favorites, maybe didn't make it all the way, or maybe they did and they were the only ones. Who knows? Like, that's something that if you guys want to see it, you guys will find out. But if not, I'll always have that, because me and Hefe worked hard on it. And so, but yeah, moving on from that, I got the move, and now computer issues, like I said, it was the start of it. So then I tried to do some recovery. I was like, okay, one of the things I could try to do is just go back. Like, one of the things that computers can do is have a restore point, and they go back in time basically, and they restore it to a functionality point, or a functional point in the past of where it was. And the furthest, or like the closest one to that time that I had was, there was an update I had on the computer probably a week before, and it restored to that point, but it did not, for whatever reason, restore my save. So my save was just dunsies. And this wasn't the first issue I'd had with the computer, but like most of them were like ignorable. Like sometimes folders just wouldn't be accessible to me. It would be like, oh, you're not the owner, or like you need admin like rights or something like that. I'm like, well, first of all, I'm the only person on this computer. This is my personal computer, my work computer, yada yada, my gaming computer, and I am the owner. I'm the progenitor of this entire thing, and it's telling me that I can't access these folders for some reason that I've made. And I'm very confused. I'm like, okay, I'm looking around, looking on the internet, trying to find out things, and there's a couple of workarounds, and like I said, it was mostly ignorable stuff, but like all these things kind of started piling up. It's like little things, where it was like little by little, and eventually it got to the point where I was just like, okay, I've had this thing for a year. It shouldn't be giving me this much issue. I'm going to send it back and just get them to diagnostically check out what's going on and yada yada. So what they end up doing is I send it away. Mind you, it took me probably a month or two to get a hold of this company. I'm not going to out them or anything, but get a hold of the company that built my laptop for me. And like at first they didn't respond. Like, so when you guys last saw videos, it basically was about 2 weeks after that or so, whenever I finally got a hold of them. And then like there was nothing. And I moved like 2 or 3 months later ish. And it's probably, maybe it was like a month or two later. But like I was in my new home before I even sent it away. Which, I guess is better for the case of like if they had been like, oh, hey, we'll take it now. And then I moved and changed addresses. That would have been a real problem in and of itself. But luckily that didn't happen. So like, there's, I guess, a silver lining there. But, a couple of months, go by and I can't realistically use my computer because of like the other issue. One of the times when I tried to restore it, it restored it and it didn't accept my password. Like my password just didn't work anymore. And I was like, okay, something's definitely wrong. And that was the moment when basically I got locked out of my computer. That was the moment in which I was like, okay, I have to call these people. I have to get a hold of them somehow. And again, like I said, it took them a couple months. But so we move in, and that in and of itself was an issue. But like we were ecstatic to be moving into our own place. But so I send this away, and then I don't get it back for like another month or so, and then it's completely factory reset. It's back to the settings, all that stuff. So I have to like reset it up the way that I like it, and the way that I want it, yada yada. And so it's mostly there. I mean, I don't have all the stuff that I used to have downloaded on it. As far as like, for example, if you come to the streams, I've played some Sea of Thieves, this, that, and the others. Like the layouts that you see on our videos, I don't have that stuff downloaded. Luckily, I do have it available to me, but as of right now, I don't have it ready to like start doing all those things, which is a slight issue, but it's something that I can fix and work out. So it's not a super big issue. Another thing would be, when all that happened, I record in Streamlabs, and I have to reset up all the like exact boxes of, again, these are all things that I can fix pretty easily, but it's just like, if nobody wants to see it continue, then I don't see a reason of putting the effort into like making sure that I can get it to continue working. I want to make it continue working. That's it. I loved the project, but if the interest isn't there, then I'm not going to put in effort into something that interest isn't there for, if that makes sense. So, finding like the exact angles and everything for me and Hefe. Also, because of it's a new room and a new setup and everything, how I set things up will also be different. I need to get a second camera at some point. I don't know when that'll be. It might not even be till like next year. But for projects that I do like that, I would like to have like two cameras, because what I was doing is I just pushed the camera back, caught us both in frame, and then that was just how it went. And there was if you guys have watched the white randomizer, I do have I have another camera, but it's not as good quality, and I want the quality to be mirrored. Basically, I want the same quality. I don't want Hefe's computer or Hefe's camera, to be half the quality that mine is. That just doesn't seem fair to him or fair to you guys to sit there and be like, well, why does this side look like shit but this side look good? Or maybe they both look like shit to you guys, who knows. Yeah, I'm not like super professional. I'm not rolling in money if I could buy in like super cameras, but hey, maybe one day. But yeah, so just to kind of keep this moving along, I send it away, get it back. Computer is as it is now. It works. It's nice. I still love the computer. it was just really unfortunate that the things happened the way that they did. So Hefe and I actually recorded some other videos too. They were more like kind of like videos like this, but like we asked ourselves like, what's your favorite poison type Pokemon? You know, if you could design your own poison type Pokemon, what would it be like? Yada yada. We still plan on doing videos like that, but it's just unfortunate that we had already recorded two of those. I think it was two. Yeah, I think it was two of those, and we didn't even get to use the content from them. So, and I don't know about you guys, but anytime that you have to redo something, like I used to do a lot of writing on like forums and things, and I've had the power go out or the internet cut off right as I went to send it, and it didn't save. And I've always felt like my second go around of it was just it's because you know it's like the wind's getting sucked out of your sails, and you're just like, well, I guess I'll just coast the rest of the way because you feel like you captured the magic the first time, and then faking it isn't something that I'm into. So making it happen again would be really difficult. But you know, there's the possibility that I mean, Hefe and I are still interested in doing videos like that. It's just a second take on some of those things might not be as good in my eyes as the original. But there's no way for me to share the original with you. That's the unfortunate part. But so yeah, just so you guys know. Speaking of Hefe, one of the reasons that we were able to do such a project in the way that we did was because of the nature of COVID and things like that, and his work didn't require him to be there all the time, his real job, and he won't be as available in the future. So either A, we'll have to plan all of our projects and just record them in their entirety before I start airing them, basically, or at least like be probably a good 20-30 episodes deep before I start airing them, purely because of the nature of his availability isn't as high as it used to be, and you know, things of that nature. But like we are still very interested in doing projects together, especially if you guys are loving it, which you guys were, you know, killing it on some of the episodes, not all of them, but you know, when a series goes as long as that one was, you know, even things like, you know, TV shows, you know, House season, you know, 7 or 8 or, you know, 6 or whatever didn't have as many as like seasons 1, 2, and 3 or something, and that's just because you're kind of like there's the people who like show up and like, oh, this is pretty cool, but they're not like, oh, it's so cool that I want to sit there for 30, 40, 50 episodes or something. But then that's kind of where you thin it out, and then you weed out like the people who are just there to like, you know, like, oh yeah, this is just kind of cool, kind of cool, kind of cool, and then they leave, and then they go on to the next thing, and oh, they think that thing's kind of cool. Whereas like you notice the people who show up all the time, always comment, always like, you know, like the video and things like that, always engaged. Those types of people, you know, those are the real people that like you connect with whenever like even if I became a big time YouTuber and I had 500,000 subscribers or something like that, I would remember the people that were here first. You know what I mean? So some of the people that have been around since I first started doing like Nexomon and the first couple, you know, like the first Pokemon and things like that, with Ryu. But yeah, so thank you guys again for the you know, subscribing when you do, and putting comments in, that kind of stuff. Like I know it gets said a lot in pretty much everybody's YouTube videos, but like speaking from someone who like as a person who I also don't engage a lot in people's comment sections and things like that. There's only like a select few, and even then, even the people that I like the most on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, I still don't talk very often in those, and that's just because of who I am as a person. I'm more of an enjoyer of watching, but all like at being a content creator also, I see the other side of it a lot now. And like if I feel like someone, if like for example, I'm in a stream and one person shows up or two people show up but nobody's talking, I'm much more likely to end the stream early, as opposed to if as opposed to if those one or two people showed up still, but like they're actively talking, engaging me, and like trying to be a part of like the whole thing, I'm much more likely to stay live for a longer period of time if the chat or if the comment section and things like that, if they're engaged in trying to, it's a give and take, give and take, give and take. You guys push the like button. Oh man, that I don't get a whole lot of likes, but like I'm also not the type of person to like beg for things. I just like doing this job, even though it doesn't, it wouldn't put food on my table, at least not at this stage in my career. But you can't start. You don't get to start at the top. You know what I mean? You don't get to start. Hell, you don't get to start middle of the road either. Everyone starts at the bottom and has to work their way up, and I'm willing to work my way up if the people want me. If the people don't want me, then in a year's time, if I still only have like 4 views per YouTube video, then I can say I tried and I failed, basically. But like that might not be on me. That might not be. I mean, it can only really be on me because like who else? There's nobody to blame, quote unquote. But it's not about blame. It's about if people don't want to see it, then it's whatever. I don't have to be the next PewDiePie or some shit. Because mostly, let me preface this. I didn't start wanting to do streaming stuff because I was like, oh, I want to be, a huge influencer and I don't think that anyone should aspire to be me. I don't think I'm a super amazing person, but that's just how I feel about myself, and that's neither here nor there. But when it comes down to it, I just enjoy playing games, and if I have the ability to try to make playing games something that can be fun and enjoyable and still sustain me, then I'll absolutely give that a shot, because everyone deserves to try to do something that they're actually interested and passionate about. Interested in and passionate about, sorry. and in that case, not everybody can make it, which is, that's fine to a degree. I do believe that there are people, like there should be a quote unquote group of people who have to fill up the working class, or else I say the working class as if like they're lesser or something, but that's not how I mean it. It's not the case, honestly. People who go to work every day, going to the factories and making sure that things like that we get, say, cars built, machines can only do so much. I mean, the future holds all kinds of untold mysteries, but as of right now, we need people to go to work and we need people to build things, and that's just not something that interests me. I've done those jobs, but I was afforded an opportunity to try to go for something that I'm legitimately interested in, and I have to take it, so don't piss away your opportunities. Take that. But I've been on this rant for too long. Streams, I've been bringing back some streams. The Discord, which if you guys aren't a part of, you should join. I'll put a description, or a link down in the description. If you guys are interested, go ahead and click it and you guys can join the Discord. But there was a poll recently to see what people wanted to see me play. I did 2 polls. I did one, and Fire Emblem Heroes won, and I'm really into Fire Emblem Heroes. Although I've tapered off over the last like probably 2 or 3 weeks, a bit. And then stream. Oh, the most recent one was Sakura Succubus, which is like basically, it's kind of a dating sim, but not really. Not in the way that I've envisioned dating sims. I think of dating sims like they're usually like point and clickers, but at the same time, like you go and to the gym if you want to level up like your athletics or like your body, which might impress like girls at the beach or something like that. And then you go to the beach and you try to like use your skills to get like X girl interested, or if you're X person that you're interested in you. You don't go to the gym if you want to go to the library and hit on chicks. You know what I mean? You go to say the library, or to like you study at home or something like that. Like, so, you guys might have heard of the website Newgrounds. There was a couple of websites like that. They had like dating sims of that nature. That's all what I've always envisioned dating sims as. Whereas like Sakura Succubus was basically a visual novel that you just like, I think it was like one or two decisions, and then like you get to choose. Like, so far in my conversation, or like where I'm at in Sakura Succubus, none of my decisions seem to have mattered one way or the other. I just know that there's a point in the game where you just decide, well, I'm gonna bring home this person, but you're technically in a relationship with like these 5 or 6 different succubus girls. But it was cool. It was top voted, so I played it. It was a lot of talking, and my vocal range, it can only do like 3 female voices, and I'm supposed to be all these big busty sultry succubus chicks, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it for that long. But it's been fun. Streams have been fun. Twitch.tv/FierceLeon. There you go to it, watch it, or don't. But yeah, we don't talk too much in the Discord, but we do, like, I do reach out to people and be like, hey, what do you guys want to see? I played Radical Red recently on stream. The furthest we made it was we got beat by Giovanni. The first fight with Giovanni in the game corner. Spoilies, but that's as far as I've made it. I got swept by something. The Mega Kangaskhan. The Mega Kangaskhan beat me, and it was very frustrating. And I was doing an egglock version of it, so I've never done an egglock, and it was really fun. Next, Nexomon. Nexomon Extinction was one of my more popular series on YouTube, and I think that might have got my toe in the door, not my foot, my like pinky toe barely, like it's stubbed, and like someone's like, oh, and like left the door open, like, are you okay? And that's as far as I am in, quote unquote, in YouTube. But no. All jokes aside, Nexomon Extinction was a very fun project for me. It was a stock lock, and this time I'm making it a true Nuzlocke. So no more, whoops, this thing accidentally died, but I guess it survives because, stock lock or whatever. No more of that. And I was told to do that mostly because I was told that Nexomon was going to be so much harder, and I felt like it wasn't as hard as I was being told that it was. But the original mobile only game, I think it also came out on Steam for a little bit, but the mobile version finally got a console release, and so now we're playing it. I will be recording that soon. I know it's late. It will go up late when it goes up, but that's just the nature of life. Sometimes things have been busy. Even to this day, since like we've moved, we've basically had every weekend booked since we've moved, and we've been in this place, oh gosh, 3 maybe 4 months now, give or take. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm excited to bring Nexomon back to the channel. I think it might breathe some fresh life into the channel. I'm also interested in bringing Genshin Impact back. I slightly started getting back into that. And then what else? Oh, Cyberpunk. I thought about bringing Cyberpunk back. Because I obviously so far have mostly just got like Pokemon-esque, monster catcher type of games on the channel, which is fine. I love those games. They're fantastic. But I'm not... I think Radical Red broke me a little bit. Especially after Giovanni beat me with Mega Kangaskhan. I was not too happy about that. But hopefully, I mean, if Nexomon, slams and brings back my life, for that. And Hefe loves Pokemon, so if we have a project in mind, which we have some in mind, but like if we have one that we can concrete make, I mean, granted, like I mentioned earlier, you guys probably won't be able to see that for a while, but I mean, next one will be going on for a while too. There's a new game called Doki V or Dokiev, Doki, something like that. It's this weird kind of game, but it seems kind of monster catchy, like where, but you're like these like kids in an urban street area, and like you can do roller skates, do a fucking skateboard, do a hoverboard, you can do all kinds of stuff, and you like some of these big ass like weapons, and you slam the ground, and it's pretty wild. It was showed at I think Gamescom this year, and it looks really cool, and hopefully it comes out soonish because that seems like a game I'd definitely be into. It's like a weird cross between like Tim, Nino Cooney. The only reason I say Nino Cooney is because like the way that Nino Cooney's like original monster catching thing works, it seems like it would be closer to that than it would like Pokemon, where you like catch them in balls, then throw them out, and then battle with them. And Nino Cooney, you kind of battle with the familiars in that, which is like pretty awesome. And then some like Jet Set Radio or some shit. Like you're just wandering around being crazy and being over the top, but you're also like a kid. So it seems really fun. If you guys haven't seen it or heard of it, check it out. I think, like I said, I think it's Doki V or Dokiev or Doki something. But yeah, something like that would be really fun to play on the stream or on stream and on the channel. But yeah, that's basically all I got for you guys. I mean, that's kind of plans for the future, all the stuff that's I've kind of caught you up to this point. I don't know. Like I do know for sure. Hefe and I have talked about one specific project that we would like to do, but again, I can't stress it enough. Don't worry about it for a while because we haven't even started recording it. We don't even know what we're doing yet. But like, we have to record it, and we'll record them in bulk probably. But we're going to record, if not the whole thing, I would say like anywhere between 50 and 70% of it before I start airing it. So that might not even. It might be like it might be like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It might not even come out until the beginning of next year, and that's if we start working on it soon, which I don't know that we will. But yeah, that's basically all I got for you guys. Like I said, just a quick recap. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Soul Link continued. I still have the videos, and we can make the final like couple episodes work in some way, shape, or form. But if you guys are if the interest for that has died, and you just want it to be, that's fine. Let me know. Just let me know one way or the other. But I still have the videos, so I wouldn't I'm not getting rid of them. I'll probably keep them for my own posterity, one way or the other. But other than that, that's basically kind of all I got. I updated you on the computer. I updated you on Hefe and how he's working a lot now. Go to the Discord if you're interested. Check out the streams if you're interested, and definitely let me know what you guys think about continuing the series. And check out the new Nexamon series that I just started, and be on the lookout because I might be having some more stuff coming soon too. Maybe Genshin or Cyberpunk. I'm not 100% certain, but those two things are the things that are most interested in the forefront of my mind right now. I've been playing a lot of Ark with some friends, but in my free time, I have a insomnia problem, so I don't even go to bed till 7 a.m. sometimes or after. Just depends. But yeah, so guys, just let me know, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks. Peace.